Hey y'all, it's me. Apologies for the sort of messy background. Once again, I'm trying to figure out this whole setup, this whole situation. But today I'm gonna be doing my eyeliner for you guys because I kind of started my makeup. I did pretty much everything except the eyeliner, so let's do that together. And I'm gonna be kind of talking about the alt community and unpopular opinions about the alternative community and bands and stuff like that. Alright, I'm gonna take these off. Things getting popular isn't bad. I feel like a lot of different subgenres of alternative kind of share the same thing where if something gets popular, it's not really cool anymore. I think punks might be the biggest offenders of this. As soon as something gets any mainstream attention, it's no longer punk. Punk is rooted in like DIY. But I still think that, I kind of think that that mindset hurts the community and the music more than it helps it. I mean, it's great if you want to keep the fandom of your favorite band to a small tight-knit community. Community is a beautiful thing, but this band that you love so much deserves to pay their bills and more, even if they're creating something that you love so much. So maybe they do deserve a little bit of mainstream success. And that also means that you get to see your favorite thing in more environments and potentially, oh, my necklace just fell off, and potentially meet even more people that like that thing. So I don't know. There's a certain kind of band name that I just cannot stand. This has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of music, but just simply speaking about the names. I kind of hate names that don't have enough nouns. They're kind of just like a cluster of words. For example, like, again, nothing to do with the music, just the name. Band names that I don't like so much are In This Moment, All That Remains, As I Lay Dying, and the biggest offender, As It Is. As It is the most forgettable band name I've ever heard. I had to look it up just now to remember what it was because I remembered a song by them, but I couldn't remember the name. It doesn't make me think of anything in my head, you know? Band names that I love are named with a strong noun that makes me picture something, such as Beartooth, Microwave. I feel like those are much less forgettable. Just my opinion. Again, nothing to do with the music any of those bands create. I think that it is more cringe to ask someone wearing a band t-shirt to name 3 songs from that band than it is to be wearing a band t-shirt from a band that you've never heard of. This one I just had a really quick opinion change on. What I had written down was basically like, there's nothing wrong with being an e-girl and considering that to be part of the alternative community, and other communities such as like metalheads or goths need to stop hating on e-girls just because it's more popular of a style that's more in the mainstream. But so that was my opinion because I was comparing it with scene kids, right? When I was growing up, that was like the thing that made it into the mainstream in a way. Like, it was kind of the cool thing. It was like kind of everywhere. And of course, like metalheads and other, you know, subgenres of alternative would hate on the scene kids and be like, oh, they're just a fad, you know, like, so I empathize with e-girls, but I was watching a creator I like. I was just watching some old video randomly of a creator called Ashton Daniel. They said something super interesting. What makes a community alternative and what kind of like defines the community is like a certain music and a culture and a look to each like subgenre of alt, like as I said, metal, punk, grunge, whatever. And e-girls don't really have a culture. Like, it's mainly about the look, right? It's different from scene kids because scene kids most definitely had a music. Scene music was like a whole thing. They had a philosophy of life and attitude. It was very like party all the time, being very bold and loud, and there was even language, as we all know. There's the RAR XD classic, being super random. Do they have a specific type of music that they all listen to? Is it based in anything other than the look? I know that it's mainly based on TikTok from what I understand, and I think that a social media can kind of be a little bit of a culture. Like MySpace was the culture for scene kids, but in order to be like an alternative community, you need to have like some kind of culture, and maybe they do. and I'm not aware of it. I am 26. I don't know any e-girls in real life. But yeah, my opinion just changed, kind of just did a 180 after watching old videos just now. Maybe they're not alternative. Also, like, there's nothing wrong with liking an e-girl style. Everything's a mix, you know, when it comes to alternative culture. Like, you could be into punk music but dress a little bit more grungy, or kind of like me, or be into more like emo but dress a little bit more goth. I think that's a thing that happens a lot, so you could still dress a lot like an e-girl and still be part of the alternative community. Like, say you love pop punk or like screamo or something, I don't know. So it doesn't mean you're not alternative, but I guess I'm saying, like, does e-girl have its own culture that's separate from all that other stuff? Because I don't think it does. But yeah, I think my eyeliner looks pretty poppin'. What do you think? Alright. This was just a quick little video, talking about some things I found interesting. I hope you guys liked watching it. Let me know what you think about my opinions, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.